Hello and welcome to another episode of News Connect. August 1st was set to see close season. However, after much agitation from fisherfolk, the government has postponed the ban till next year. We're here to see what preparations the fisherfolk are making towards next year's ban. My name is Melissa Awad for News Connect on City TV. Keep watching.
So what we are doing to prepare for, in case it happens next year, is that we have outlined measures for government to take into consideration. First of all, the commission is the regulatory body of the industry. And what we have told the commission is that there are already reports and then a fisheries management plan, which is already there. It has stated clearly what the government needs to do. First of all, we think that the measures, the crude methods which are already being employed in the waters, and then coming into other vessels coming into our waters to come and fish should be stopped. Now, we are saying that government should adequately equip the marine police, the naval force, with ships and speedboats so that they will be given assignment to protect our territorial waters, especially our exclusive economic zones, where no other people are going to intrude into our waters. Now, when these people are stationed on shore, they would protect our waters adequately. The next thing is also that we have said that to also help in curbing the illegal practices, government should be able to force some surveillance team at the landing beaches. And this surveillance team should be made up of, one, the fishermen themselves, that is the chief fishermen at a particular landing beach, the naval force, and then the marine police. These people are randomly going to check which fishermen are using the small size nets, which fishermen are employing the use of lights, which fishermen are using those bad chemicals and the monofilament nets. When these things are taken out of the system, then governments can also think of the measures they are going to put in place, because bear in mind that when a closed season is enforced, nobody is to fish. And since nobody is to fish, then it means the sole livelihood of the fisherman is taken from him. What are the mitigative factors government is going to put in place? I think that the lift of the ban is going to allow for government to have some broad consultation to come up with measures. We are also looking forward to seeing government coming to us, doing proper research to actually tell us what is the stock presently. And then when the season is closed, what is expected to come out of it. So that when we do this, all of us will know exactly where we are heading towards as a country, because the industry already is employing over 2.5 million people. And you cannot take slapdash measures to alleviate, to take them out of their livelihood.
Let me get this right. You said the fishing industry is already employing 2.5 million.
Exactly so.
Wow. Okay. So
we're not counting those in ancillary jobs. Mm-hmm. Not counting them.
This is strictly the fishermen.
Fishermen and their families and the rest of them.
Okay, so that makes sense. So what are the fishermen, because you've just made a valid point that technically their livelihood will stop once the ban comes into place next year. So what are the fishermen doing to prepare? Are they being educated on preparation?
That is the sole job of the government. What government need to do, like I told you, is that government should send powerful delegation down to come and meet the fishermen. They know exactly what happens in the industry, and they can tell you what is actually happening. Now, government should meet with them. We have already sent some petition to them, told them what they need to do. So when they bring the petition back, we'll, together with government, work to make sure the fish stock is increased in our waters.
Okay. Well, let me add something to it. You see, when you talk of monofilament nets, we are talking of the sort of nets which are very prolific in catching fish. And that actually destroyed Norwegian fisheries the use of monofilament nets. It threw the workers out of fishermen out of job, but coincidentally and very fortunate, as fate would have it, that was the time they discovered oil and gas. So they were able to provide jobs for the fishermen who were thrown out of work as a result of the use of the monofilament nets. So they didn't suffer. In the Philippines, where they also did close season, it took them 2 solid years to do very extensive and wide consultations with the people involved. And to that extent, they were able to give alternative jobs to the fishermen who were going to lose their livelihood. And those who didn't get jobs to do were giving money, cash, to tide them over the period of the ban. So nobody suffered. And that's something that we haven't been able to do here. The necessary consultations have not been made, and no provision at all has been thought of which will support the fishermen during the duration of the close season. And that is what you are saying, is that, like my colleague said, this year will give us enough time to sit down and deliberate and consult and make sure that it's something that is necessary to do at that time, and that provisions have adequately been made to ensure that nobody suffers as a result of the close season.
Ni wabeko no gwato ni coast Africa ko ebie obe asani president abanye fe ko ebie ni wonye obuana kian na siegaji anye anga ni wonye anya yusuno awo yen su aga abidan aba fego abopo aga wa fi abopo wa fego
the government ama me bada ni wo ta omoni an ba bi oda ni won wo no ni wo ta wo bi ame kaka ya na ba fo woda ka wona lowe bonu wo fi oroji ko won fa kete ma mi fa wa nyo ka fa wa shan fa.
For storage facilities, maybe for our bumper catch before the next year close season, what we would want to say is that governments have promised this landing beach of a storage. It has never come. We think that this close season plan is going to allow for government to also plan in this direction. That maybe when we probably this bumper season, we have 2 upward seasons. The 2 upward seasons are between July and August, and then you have in December to February. Now, during this season, we have bumper harvest. When it happens like that, you may not have enough storage to store whatever we get. So we would only advise that around this time, if government would want to start consultation, they first make the step by providing some storage facilities so that what we have today can be stored. Apart from that, there's also, like my dad said, there's also the importation of fishes. What we should know is that the artisanal fishermen, what they do is over the year, we produce over 300,000 tons of fish. And these 300,000 tons of fish, about 70% of them happen around the upward seasons. So what would happen is that if government intends to do this, what government would need to do is first look at how much is going to take out of the system, look at how much economic power is also being taken out of the system before government can say, okay, looking at how we have perused the system and how we are taking so much in the system, this is what we are also bringing into the system by importation.
That's it for another episode of News Connect on CCTV. My name is Melissa Rawad. Thank you for watching.